Love League One Volleyball.
Welcome to Kansas City for League One Volleyball, the best professionals in the world. This is the semifinal match inside Municipal Arena. It'll be Austin versus Omaha. Winner of this matchup leaves with $20,000. Omaha lost to Houston yesterday. Austin took care of Salt Lake and then dropped to Atlanta. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside Salima Rockwell. Salima, other than the cash prize, because the losing team goes home with nothing, what are you most excited about?
Well, I'm excited because both of these teams are motivated to win. When you come off losses or you're fighting for a spot, you're fighting to win, it's just going to be power versus control, and it's an exciting time.
Take us through the scouting report.
And we just talked about the offense versus ball control, and that's the physicality of this Austin team. You're going to see a lot of physical attackers and really controlled ball control on the side of Omaha, keeping the ball alive. Oblaku, you're looking at Chiaka Obagu Oblaku, one of the best middle blockers in the world, has won every blocking award you could ever win. Best blocker at the previous Olympics. That is something to keep an eye out for. And libero keep away. Top two liberos in the league. I'm excited to watch them both, and they're going to have to avoid them to keep the ball on the floor.
Our Adidas scouting report will be our guiding light. We'll come back to our scouting report presented by Adidas later in the match and see how it's all playing out. This is a typical match in terms of best 3 of 5, but it's not typical in terms of the level of play that you're going to see. Olympians, professionals, international players. Brace yourself. Here we go. First serve, Anna Hawk. Thader out of the middle for Omaha. She was impactful every time she's taken the court.
Very impactful, and she's got that matchup against Chiaka Obagu.
Jordan Larson, 4-time Olympic medalist, serve. Zoe Jarvis picks that up. Talked about the liberos. Jarvis was set. Julianne Fawcett. Back again. Justine Wong-Arantes, multi-time medalist, picks that ball up, slowing it down. Oh, Brock, you can also, hit you. Good kill for Chiaka. Let's take a look at the lineup for Omaha. I mentioned that Jordan Larson is one of them. We're also seeing the return of Lauren Stivrins to the middle. She has not been available to play until this match.
And I love that they're putting her in the middle. That allows another slide attack in their two-hitter rotations. One of the best slide attackers you're going to see in the league.
Obagu. What a dig by Larson. There it is again. Austin providing a wall. Fawcett and Molly McCage. On the other side, we're talking about this Austin lineup. Carly Lloyd is running the offense. She is a very experienced setter.
Experienced, competitive. She knows how to run her offense, and we already are seeing the block of Austin. We talked about that early on, not just when Obagu's front row. This is the top blocking team in the league.
They go back to Thader again. Good luck trying to block her.
Well, she's so fast. You have to be up when she jumps and commit to that set in order to block her because she's so quick off the floor.
Thader now behind the service line. That brings Lauren Stivrins up front and in the middle. It's coming our way. Look out.
And sometimes these serves catch the net, and how are you going to make a play for it? You can see right here, laying out for the pancake, keeping the ball up and alive.
It's important to get her going early. She was quieter yesterday.
Well, and they're going to, in system, really work that tempo to the outside for Winters. Take a look at Lauren Stivens there in the middle. We talked about her moving from the opposite position to the middle. One of the best slide attackers. Talked about that before, and that allows them some opportunities to run some combination plays.
Omaha is running a 6-2 offense, so there you just saw the double substitution coming in. This is Laura Dijkema out of the Netherlands, who is going to be running the offense. And Kimberly Drepniak on the right side gets a hold of that. She is a force. There she is.
In a really good position. She has been just a joy to watch. You're going to watch this lefty go off.
Dijkema's serve to the middle, keeping Hawk busy. That's Molly McCage's job. Do your job.
So fast, so high. One of the smoothest slide attackers. We talked about Lauren Stivens and how good she is, but Molly McCage, an elite level player out of the middle.
Logan Eggleston down the line. And there's the quicker set to Winters that you've talked about. Drevniak, did she get fingers? She didn't.
Drevniak normally catches those hands.
Susie Fritz, Omaha head coach, a highly decorated coach at Kansas State, says she loves the challenge of these players because every single one of them expects her to be great so they can be great. There's Stivrins.
If you're going to put her in the middle, you're going to see her get set a ton. She's up and fast, has very good vision no matter where that ball's being set. See how many times they feed her on those high, good passes in the middle of the court.
Lloyd, this is her backcourt option. There was the net bouncing as Drevniak kind of raked her hand down it after the attack.
She was hoping they didn't see it.
It was hard to miss.
Nah, very hard to miss.
Something about the net bouncing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Away. Molly McCage. Stivrins out of the middle again. They want to get her going. Marco Bonita is the head coach. The Italian coach spent most of his career coaching men, and when we asked him, like, what's been the adjustment with the women, he goes, there's no adjustment. No. Volleyball is volleyball.
It sure is.
He likes an aggressive style, and he gets it. Hawk, speaking of aggression. Jordan Larson undoubtedly will put on a clinic. Here's Hawk again. So Drevniak, no swing away, just changes pace.
Well, and it started, the rally starts with a dig. Easy by Stivens. It's like it's nothing, like she was doing this her whole life. Beautiful defensive effort. Talk about the ball control. That entire Omaha team has excellent ball control.
Carly Lloyd now behind the service line. She's got 3 front court attackers, Hawk, Fawcett, and Obagi. Drevniak gets it going again. Talk to me about this, the block a little bit later getting over there. Are they favoring one side over the other, middle blocker?
Well, the trouble is you've got a quick out of the middle, quick on the left side, so fast. You have so much room to make up on both sides of the pin, so you're going to be a little bit late somewhere.
Hit with a feather by Ovago out of the middle.
Nice run out of the middle with Austin. That's going to be the key for them, controlling that first touch, controlling the ball so they can run their entire offense.
Vader, early impacts already. We're only 8 points in.
They're going to continue to serve this ball towards Winters.
Pushed deep and out. Let me ask you, Salima, though, why are they serving Winters?
Well, Winters statistically has not been one of their best passers. So you're looking at Jordan Larson, one of the best passers and players in the world. Justine Wong Aranta, same thing. One of the best liberos in the world. You're going to serve the last person.
And as you were talking about, one part of our Adidas scouting report was the ball control that Omaha has. Third time's the charm, and there's the Oblak.
Hard to get around that block, and they know it's coming. Tracking the set, watch the vision and the positioning of both blockers, and Chiako Abagu finishing that play into the court.
Again, quick behind to Thader.
I like that run. They're getting the middles going super early and fast. And again, that comes with the touches. They're able to run their offense that way because of how they're passing the ball right now.
Jordan Larson's serve is long.
A little long, and we're going into our media timeout of this match.
Austin first to 12. It is the media timeout. Take a moment. These players bringing some fashion and modeling away. What will Omaha adjust? We'll find out on the other side.
Ali, you're doing your hair so beautifully. Does that mean you forgive me?
I'll try. I mean, you were only, what was it, 2 hours late?
About 1 and 45 minutes.
It's okay. I've already told Dad. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh my.
League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. For the super fan, we've got a super wrinkle in the super point. It's worth 2 points. Walk us through it, Salima.
Well, each coach has the opportunity to do it right before the point starts, so they can decide, I want to call for a super point. It's activated by a siren. You're going to see it behind the referees, and it is worth 2 points. The siren's going to go up. I think there's some smoke that goes off. I don't really know what happens, but that is going to be used so strategically throughout the course of the match, and you cannot use it after 22 points.
Yep, you call it for your team. The other team wins it. They get 2 points. The other thing to look for when we get to a super point is after it's called, the other team can make substitutions. So if a coach calls a super point because they think it's a strong rotation or a weaker rotation, the opposing coach can change what they're looking at.
Ball out. It hit the floor first.
They were looking for a potential challenge because they thought that hit the passer.
It looked like Jaylee Winters got caught by the sand monster in sand volleyball. Right? Like she just suddenly went down.
We'll take a look at this. She was trying to let it go out. Ooh.
Yep, but Denny Cespedes, our second official, very clearly said it hit the ground, then her leg. man crush.
So many things that Austin's doing well right now. They've got 3 blocks, really limiting the offense of Omaha, and they have been extremely effective at the net attacking. No unforced hitting errors right now on the side of Austin, controlling the ball on their swings.
Dykema's only option to go outside to Winters. Just watching Jordan Larson in the backcourt, telling everybody to smooth it out.
I think that's 4 blocks already for Austin. We are in the first set, halfway through, and that block has shown up. And Omaha's gonna have to figure out a way to hit around it off the hands, which they are very good at, but this is a big old block to get around.
Straight up the middle for Drevniak. Uh-oh. Logan Eggleston takes that one. I'm sure Jarvis is going to let her know. And there it is to Winters. Kind of disarray feeling on Omaha's side for a lot of it. That one was more smooth.
Right, that was controlled, like we talked about. When they can control the ball, then they can stress the block. You saw the one-on-one opportunity, fast swing to the pin.
Back to Molly McCage. Putting it at the center makes her handle the first ball, and Jarvis set the second. It's not a problem.
It really isn't, and they are playing with a lot of confidence right now. This Austin team, Julianne Fawcett stepping up for her team right now. Taking some big swings, hitting high and flat off the blocking hands.
Eggleston continuing to go after Jaylee Winters. Drevniak looking for hands, no good. Now each coach also has 2 challenges they can call, and Susie Fritz of Omaha is using one of them right now.
And Drevniak, if you're watching at home and you see this ball just sail out of bounds, you're like, what is she doing? She is looking to touch the hands of the block. It is a huge block. And that she is just aiming up to get that touch. And she got it. You can see it on the hands.
And so what that means is Susie Fritz gets to keep her challenge. She still has 2 challenges remaining in this set. If your challenge is unsuccessful, you lose it. To the center. Ooh, inside.
Drevniak saw that clean lane of attack and took it. We'll take a look at this bump set, beautifully placed by Wangarantes, and she just comes straight in for the kill.
Outside, Hawk had to kind of jump backwards. And now it's the other block. Drevny block.
Drevny block and Stiveren's block. Let's not forget how good of a blocker Lauren Stiverens is. She was one of the best blockers in college and at the next level. And it's fun seeing her back in the middle of the court.
Yeah, she's played opposite a bit this year as well. Outside, everybody knows, block is set up. Molly McCage, a formidable block. When I think of Molly, I think the slide and that block.
Well, and it's her hands. All of the Austin blockers have great hands when they finish. We'll continue to take a look at that as they block the ball, finishing it down back into the court.
Oh boy. An ace serve. The service pressure from Austin picking up.
1, 2, 3. Ace, ace, ace. A little louder. Here we go.
Going after Winters again, straight down the line, seeing they can get this ball off the net or out of system.
And that time, it's sailing long. We just introduced the fans to the Super Point, and looking at the score, 18-15.
It's just always a risk because it can extend the lead by so much if you lose it, and then close the gap, of course. So it's just a really tricky decision to figure out when to use it.
Popped down by Fader. We did not see Omaha use the Super Point yesterday. Susie Fritz told me how she likes it. She likes to change, but then ended up not using it. We'll see.
But it has to be the right time, the right moments, the right rotations. What's the likelihood you're gonna get that extra point?
Hawk first ball set up for Jordan Larson. She's such good hand control. Wow, Chiaka goes up, ball goes down.
An excellent read and rundown by Eggleston on that chop shot by Larson, but Obagu just sees the block. She sees it right in front of her and then just cuts it across her body.
Chiaka Obagu, best middle blocker of the 2024 Olympic Games. Gets a piece of that one, just slowing it down. Justine Wong-Orantes picks that up. And Jordan Larson never makes it harder than it needs to be.
Wong-Orantes there for all of those turns down the line. It's not easy when it's off the block and it starts to rattle and makes a move, and Larson seeing that some space, she's gonna have to throw some of those balls down, not just swing as hard as she can into this big block of Austin.
Jarvis's pass. Larson takes a look at the floor before that play.
You're gonna see a lot of that. She has such good vision. She's looking where the defense is. As she's taking her approach, you'll see her eyes every time she goes to swing, deciding where am I gonna hit that.
There.
Takes a little look, tips it right over top. Oh, come on. That is a great set. Come on, Carly. Running that middle attack from way off the court is Lloyd.
Austin +2. And getting past Obagu is Jaylee Winters. Excuse me, Vicky Savard, I should say. We haven't seen Savard until today. Playing on the opposite. Savard puts that ball up, Blossom outside. Barry Lloyd to Fawcett and shut down by the cold block of Winters.
Winters and Fader in the right position. Julianne Fawcett had been hitting a lot of balls down the line, then she decided to go hard into that angle and they took it away.
Austin timeout. So as we're looking at Marco Bonita talk to his team, he's got veteran Carly Lloyd. What's so special about her as a leader?
Well, she does it all. I mean, she can control the ball. She plays defense. She's a great setter, but she's running the show out there, talking to her middle blocker all the time, paying attention to what's going on. She's just an excellent leader. So much fun to watch, and always in communication with her hitters. I mean, that's kind of part of it. Hey, we're gonna make this adjustment. What do you need from me? This is what's available. I mean, those are the conversations she's having right now, which are huge for a setter and a hitter.
Pass is good, outside Eggleston. Shut down. Savard and Fader combined.
I love this lineup. I'm really intrigued by this. I wasn't sure what Susie Fritz was going for with making these changes, but it's really been effective for Omaha.
Just like that, we were looking at it, Omaha down 15-18. Now it has been a 7-2 run for Omaha. What? Put your helmet on.
What? I was like, jump, somebody jump, here it comes. Somebody's got to do something. She's coming in like a freight train.
That's just dangerous.
It is.
Serving at Justine Wong-Orantes. And that's a interesting because that was part of our Adidas scouting report to not serve Orantes.
And sometimes you miss the zone a little bit. Maybe when you're keeping the ball in play and you're trying to hit something not too hard, and she can steal those balls, but you got to keep it off of her.
Eggleston underneath it. Lloyd, backcourt to Hawk. Nothing's working. Eggleston begging. This is Omaha shutting down offense. Where do you go? What? Down the line. Lost it. Too much, and immediately Marco Bonita asks for a challenge. He thinks he saw a touch, and Julianne Fawcett was saying the same.
How about that rally? There were so many good plays throughout that course of the rally. The defensive effort on the side of Omaha. Blossom digging that ball that I thought was going down.
This is what makes it different from any volleyball Americans have seen before, is the intensity and the high-level rallies. I know everybody's seen NCAA volleyball. This is on steroids.
And it's incredible. You've got Olympians, the top players in the country.
And some in the world.
It is set point. Love, Omaha.
Unsuccessful challenge. Did slow the momentum down a little bit. It is set point for Omaha.
We'll see if Lloyd repeats the Fawcett or moves it around. Has to move it around.
Here's a free ball. Larson's in the back court, so she'll handle it. Do you go quick? Ball not down. Now it's down.
Not over yet.
It's not over till Molly McCage says it's over.
No, it is not over. She was adamant that ball was down. Keep playing, set me so I can get this kill.
It is now set point number 2, Omaha. Eggleston, big time swing. You always talk about high hands. There it is.
That's exactly what it looks like. There's a block in front of you. You don't have anywhere to go to hit it on the ground, so you just attack the block, hit it high and flat, and let it skip out of bounds.
Susie Fritz slowing the roll by calling a timeout. Our ESPN Big Monday triple header begins with the women's basketball game of the night. I'm sitting next to the volleyball coach of Notre Dame. The number 2 Notre Dame women's basketball team hosts number 13 Duke in South Bend. Blue Devils trail the undefeated Fighting Irish by 2 games atop the ACC standings. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern. What does your calendar look like tomorrow, Salima?
Oh my goodness, I'm
6 p.m.
I got an earlier flight, so I can
there you go.
watch that match, that game. They've been so good. Super proud of our Fighting Irish.
This is Omaha set point number 3. So far, they've been putting the ball on Jordan Larson. She's been handling it perfectly. Third time to Larson. Allows Winters to do that, and the third time's a charm. Omaha takes set number 1, 25-23. Plenty of excitement. Close set. Any adjustments needed by Austin? We'll find out.
Thank you to our partners.
All right, guys, we're inviting you once again to scan the QR code on the screen. There's going to be multiple moments during this match and the next match, but we'd like to put those things up on the board. Change some of those photos.
And welcome back into Kansas City. The Love Classic. Omaha takes the first set, 25-23. I'm Chris McGee, and I am with legendary coach out of the University of San Diego, Jen Petrie, going into her 26th season, and her daughter, who plays for Wave Volleyball Club, Caroline. I'm going to start with Mom. You're here watching Gabby Blossom, your former setter from San Diego. You're recruiting for University of San Diego, and you're a mom watching your daughter. How much fun are you having over at the Triple Crown and over here?
Oh, I'm having an absolute blast. I'm getting to do all three things in one place and support my alum, be here and support women's athletics, and then of course watch my own daughter play. This is just the triple effect.
So after the matches, does Mom try to coach you, and do you like it?
Yeah, she does, and it's honestly the best thing that a player could have. Having a coach as a mom is getting the feedback after the game. It benefits me so much.
And who's your favorite player? I'm assuming it's maybe someone from Omaha?
Yeah, I love Lexi Rodriguez, obviously, and I love watching Gabby Blossom set, and being able to see that is such a good role model, and like I idolize like her and her play.
How about her breakdown, by the way? How much fun are you having watching professional volleyball in the States?
It's incredible, really, to have not only the people here in America staying at home, but international people coming to play and showcase some of the best volleyball players in the world are here playing now in Love Volleyball.
Coach, you're a legend in this game. Congratulations and everything. And Caroline, you absolutely killed it. Back to you guys.
She really did. Caroline is a little PR machine on her own. And Jen Petrie talking about consolidating.
Yep, and it's so important to see all of this and consolidate, you know, our sport, seeing all the professional athletes in our game playing on this stage.
Oh, brutal by Savard.
So we are seeing some offense really pick up and be incredibly effective on the side of Omaha. And this is mostly in the transition phase of the game. So they're not in serve receive. That's what we're seeing. At the end of that set, 17 kills for Omaha, 11 for Austin. And the difference, the side out percentage was the same. The difference is the transition game, which is what Omaha wanted to be good at and be better at. And that's what they're doing.
Fawcett, no good. There is a game within the game going on here, Salima. I'm not sure if you saw it, but when Thader blocked Chiako Bago a second ago, she gave a little smile. I don't advise it, but it could be fun.
But it's so fun. That's a big deal. That's a big deal, right? They know. They love this. They love the competition of it. They all know each other.
Omaha point, there was a change in lineup as Marco Bonita put in Leah Hardiman up front.
Leah Hardiman, good yesterday, effective, some ball control. She actually runs a little bit faster on the outside than the rest of the attackers on the left side for Austin. So you'll see a little more speed with her coming on the left side.
Yeah, and they have to. Hardiman's a little bit slower. I mean, not slower, excuse me, a little bit shorter, smaller. Definitely not slower. Rangarantes slides underneath it, but the whistle didn't quite get it.
And Rangarantes hit the ground kind of oddly, got herself together. She said she's okay. I think she was waiting for someone else. They were a little miscommunication because that block touch was pretty high.
Yeah.
She went into pancake it and ended up missing that.
Somebody who hasn't played, you hope she produces. Savard is over 700 right now, I believe.
She is having the game of her life and playing out of her mind, attacking on the left, attacking on the right. She's playing on the right primarily, but this is a huge upgrade for them. A lot of offense coming out of that arm.
Hitting 7-10. 5 kills on 7 swings. Fawcett does a nice job mixing things up.
Super smart. You got Fader back there serving. Wongarang says is off the floor. So I'm going to tip on the middle blocker, see if she can stretch it out. Very smart swing.
Fawcett now serving. Carly Lloyd. It's always a little bit more sweet when a setter gets that block.
What a block by Lloyd, a physical player. She's strong at the net, moves the ball around, but this is one of the best leaders you're going to see here from the setting position.
Savard this time shut down. Hardiman and McCage combined.
McCage, again, just so easy from pin to pin, so fast. Gets there. We'll look at her hands. Again, we'll keep talking about that finish of the middle blockers of Austin.
Back to Savard. Jarvis gets it up, but Eggleston kind of collides with her. Nobody else there to get it.
Another high swing off the right side. I mean, tons of production. And we've seen Fitzmaurice over there on the right when they were moving things around, when Stivrins was out. But
For Omaha.
For Omaha. So what Susie Fritz now is making some changes. Where can we squeeze more points? How can we get more transition swings? That's exactly what she's doing right now.
Yep, and she just went back again, the setter and opposite switch in the 6-2, so it's Drevniak and Laura Dykema setting. Meanwhile, Hardiman behind the service line for Austin. Oh my, an ace by Leah Hardiman. Against Justine Wongarantes, no less.
Well, that's a tough jump serve. That really tailed from right to left and caught her in front.
And I love that she goes right between where Dykema's trying to come and creates a little havoc. Lloyd back to Eggleston.
Well, that's a nice set and a good run. I thought Stivrins was going to get it because everything was moved over to the left side of the court, but Eggleston stepping up and able to hit that ball around the block.
Hit by Logan Eggleston, who was National Player of the Year her senior season at the University of Texas when they won the national championship. One of those times.
One of those times.
Off hands, Hardiman. Overhand dig. Strong swing. Wow, Drevniak, a cross-court crush.
It's so difficult against the lefty. Again, when she has this lane, watch McCage gets there, and she still hits that ball inside. McCage with that right hand wants to take a little bit more of that angle to slow that down.
7 serving 9. Omaha won the first set. $20,000 to the winning team of this match. And there's the bread and butter of Molly McCage's game.
But what a set by Lloyd. I mean, even caught Jordan Larson a little bit off guard. Thinking about the C ball, thinking about a back row attack. Beautiful set all the way to the pin on the slide for McCage.
Now no libero on the floor for Austin in that rotation. Jarvis will come back on as McCage goes off. On the other side for Omaha, Stivrins serving. Heat by Eggleston and super sharp.
You gotta watch out, get out of the way of that swing. And I'm really impressed with how Eggleston's holding up from the passing standpoint. It's not perfect, but it's high, it's off the net. It's high enough for the setter to get under it and still run the offense.
Probably need to explain to people, what do you mean you're pleasantly surprised at how she's holding up.
Well, it's a lot of pressure. They want to serve her almost every single ball, and that takes a toll on you. Can you still attack out of that? And that's what Eggleston's been able to do really well.
Yeah, and that conversation I've had with Eggleston, she told me, I want every serve because she wants to make a bid for the national team, play in the Olympics, and she knows to be an outside there, you've got to handle the heaviest heat in the world. Oh, tough set. Everybody's okay, I hope. Fawcett went up, yeah.
Oh, man. That's a scary time, scary moment. Everybody's checking in with each other.
Everybody's all good. That is always a scary moment. The set was super tight.
You can get rattled a little bit on that, you know,
Yeah.
it's...
We've all seen it. It's happened to every volleyball player, I feel like, at some point. Larson, recycle. She puts that into the block softly on purpose so that they can get a better swing. Or is she in the block like that? Fawcett, it's picked up. Larson's outside. Give the governor the ball. Amazing dig by Hardiman, but Omaha out last, locked at 11.
It was the defense of Omaha keeping the ball alive over and over again from the huge swings on the side of Austin. They moved Eggleston to the left side, pull Fawcett back. And now she's gonna run around the court to hit on the right side.
And they set her on the right side. It's a long run. Long Rolante slides in. Austin completes the play, leads us into our first media timeout. Tall task for Austin. They are facing Omaha, including four-time Olympic medalist Jordan Larson. The governor can be a little intimidating to play against.
Well, looking at the offense of both teams, and it is the speed of the set to the outside for Omaha. That is the difference. You're going to see a very different style. The fast sets of a team that's not as physical and as high as Austin, you're going to see work the block. You have to force the middle blockers to chase and leave some space in that block because they are the #1 blocking team in Austin. Omaha has to fling that ball fast.
Very rare overpass by Jordan Larson. Great serve by Logan Eggleston, finding her. Eggleston, again, 2 point scoring serves from Logan Eggleston.
Well, this is coming off her hand. It's hard to really tell. The contact point, very hard, very flat, and it's just dropping on them. It's a difficult ball to receive. She's gonna keep going between that seam of Winters and Larson.
Winters puts it on the money. Oh, block you.
How about it? Jaco Bagu in there with Julian Fawcett reads the play as well. They come in and get a double block, leave the outside alone. Watch Fawcett make her move. Both blockers are there, and it's all Bagu. That's an excellent read on the side of Austin.
It's time for tonight's first.
It's enough for Susie Fritz to call a timeout.
Is player jerseys from all 6 teams. These items help you show your support for your club team in their inaugural season. Get your jersey.
I think I like it. I do like
located on the
slide wide. Yeah, a slide up wide. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you like that better than the 3D? Okay. Yeah. You'll get it. Remember, you'll get her to front to wide quick. Remember. So.
In talking with Susie Fritz yesterday, she said one of the things she loves is that this is a collaboration with some of the best players in the world.
Well, and I think that's the best way to coach, especially when you're talking to setters. You don't want to just say, this is what you learn, this is what you run, because they're out there and they have a feel. All right, what do you think? You heard her say, oh, you think that's a better run? Okay, now remember, this is what it's going to do. And then they said, let's go for it. That's the best type of coaching.
Wow, Jordan Larson. Beautiful set to the right side, Drebniak.
All the way across the court. And if the pass isn't there, that's what Omaha is very good at. They can outlet. So Winters gets served, and Larson just puts this ball up perfectly for Drebniak.
Ace serve. And now Larson's all fired up, seeing her eyes. Omaha down by 2.
And I think it started with that overpass that she had.
Yeah.
She was not happy with herself. She doesn't do that.
She does do this, though. Beautiful. Jordan Larson, straight fire from the service line.
And she is bombing the serve right now.
Well, it's not her first time.
It's not her first time, but she has a good flat serve. She can hit zones, but there's some sauce coming off that hand right now.
Absolutely. 15 years professionally playing overseas. Jordan Larson is so thrilled about this league for so many reasons. And to play in Omaha, where she was a collegiate star and a national champion, it's full circle. Well, isn't that what we just talked about in the huddle?
They wanted to run this slide. Dykema said, okay, this is what I'm gonna run. Let's open this up and watch the whole play develop. Thader's already back there. She is on her horse before Dykema even has this ball in her hands. That is a fast slide attack.
And an ace serve. We have seen service pressure from Omaha lead them to even the score.
This is one of those mid-zone serves. They've been driving it deep, and that ball just dropped right in front of Eggleston. She's ready for the deeper serve of Thader. What a nice job mixing up the zones.
It's like pulling the string. Now she's going deeper again. Hardiman over the top. Larson, triple block, and yet she acts like she's in warm-ups.
How did she even see that or do that? Watch the step close. Again, she sees it, and at one point we're going to catch those eyes. We're going to be able to see her that looking around the court, knowing when the open spot is.
That's just crazy. Austin takes a timeout.
Bianca says, touch your head. Bianca says, put one arm in the air. Bianca says, wave it like you just don't care. Bianca says, yell, woohoo! Bianca says, stop your feet.
Here's our ACC Big 12 Big Monday doubleheader on ESPN. Cooper Flagg leaves third-ranked Duke against Virginia at 8 Eastern. Then Caleb Love at number 13 Arizona take on Baylor at Foster Pavilion in Waco. A little love over there by Caleb, and here, Love. Let's check in with Chris McGee.
I was listening in on the Austin huddle after that run from Omaha, and Marco Benito talked about you just got to relax and pass the ball better. He wants that pass, Salima, higher onto the setter's head so they have more time to run good offense.
Well, that's exactly what they need to do and exactly what they did there. If they just control it, get the setter underneath it. I mean, it's really a simple game, right? We talk about this all the time. It's a serve-pass game. It really, really is. It doesn't have to be perfect, high enough to run an offense.
Locked at 17. Omaha's serving got them right back into this. There's the quicker pass. Missed opportunity for Omaha. Blocking of Austin continues to be the story. Hardiman outside. Big swing, big point as Austin regains the lead.
And keeping the team in system, in rhythm is Carly Lloyd. Running after that ball. Hardiman, we know she likes a little bit faster set. She likes that ball quick. And that's what she got on that ball that was off the net.
Outside, Jarvis gets underneath it somehow with one fist. Stivrins loves it behind. You knew that's her favorite shot. And now Drevniak also from the right side. Back.
So this is that set we were talking about earlier. How do the setters keep them in system? Lloyd, not just sliding on her knees, but a perfect ball for Hardiman for that kill.
More tough serving from Omaha, causing chaos. Oh, I love that. There's so much happening behind the setter.
So good. Well, they catch McCage, so they run a tight slide attack right behind the setter. McCage has to jump with it, and then you're one-on-one with Drevniak. And they're running a really, really fun offense right now on the side of Omaha.
Pass is good. Drevniak sends it back and in.
How about Drevniak just creating points back-to-back right now for Omaha? And Omaha's, their distribution has been so good. They're moving it around. They're giving everybody opportunities, but Drevniak has been a huge piece of their offense all season long.
Yeah, she is their kill leader right now with 9. Drevniak is. Substitution just came in, putting Hawk back in for Hardman. She's a bigger block. And they serve her immediately. Wow, I mean, just that the elevator doors were closing and she got it through.
It's crazy how fast she is and high. Flinging this ball back there again. McCage not just good blocking laterally, but look at the speed on that. She gets on it so fast and it's not controllable.
Pass is good. Remember that Stivrins has been playing right side for most of the year, so back to the middle, different.
And it's different even for the setters connecting with her, right? So she's up. Maybe they haven't done this a ton in practice because she had so many balls behind, like you said.
Absolutely. They know the tempo and speed behind, but how much have they really practiced her in front? Changing the conversation from the right side, or from the left side, is Eggleston.
Eggleston coming hard into the angle, and you watch her swing at that ball down the line, cross-body shot. She has really opened up her game so much, moving the ball around.
Jordan Larson absolutely demanding a challenge here for a touch.
I'm looking at Lloyd's face right now, trying to
smile,
trying to get a sense.
There's no point with today's technology.
I know.
So the current call is that it is an Austin point. It was the quickest review ever. And it's now going to be 21 apiece. Here's the difference, 21 apiece versus 22-20. So short game to 4.
Could be a good time for a super point.
It's also
a risky time.
It's your last chance for a super point.
Exactly.
You can take it after 22. So no matter what happens here, no super point. Larson, over dig by Fleck, or excuse me, Jarvis. Off the block and out. Omaha takes the lead. Successful challenge, and then a point puts them in charge.
A lot of work for the point. We talked about one of the Adidas scouting report points. Keep away from the liberos. You saw in that rally, Wong-Arantes keeping the ball alive on huge swing. Jarvis, same thing. They're gonna have to move that ball around to get the ball on the floor.
Going back to what's working, and Molly McCage is the answer.
Gonna be tough to slow down McCage. Really nice showing by her, creating tons of points for Austin.
22 all. McCage, 5 kills on 6 swings. I say feed the kitty as often as you can.
Yeah, without question.
Service error.
Well, that's a tough one. Sometimes you come in, it's late, you haven't played at all. Kat Bell came in just to serve a ball. Tough situation, but we'll see here in this last stretch who's going to be resilient and tough enough to finish it out.
Lloyd to Eggleston. Wow, a laser down the line.
Man, she doesn't have a ton of space, but she is taking it. There's that room between the block and the antenna, and she is crushing it right now, turning that ball across her body.
Passes up, Governor's on the outside. What a cover by Wong-Arantes. Jarvis, a ridiculous dig. I was gonna say Jordan Larson begging for it. Set was a little off the mark. Drevniak, one-on-one. Over dig. Chiako Bagu. I'll give it to you, give it back. They're going back to Drevniak. Ripped.
How about this level of volleyball? Like, I am just like over here on the sideline, like I'm playing. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. This has been incredible. And Omaha, again, their transition phase of the game. After they dig the ball, are they able to score?
Set point, Omaha. Little. Carly Lloyd goes to Logan Eggleston for yet another kill.
The first set she set her, and you saw the little exchange there, she knows, was a little too low. Gave her a little more air underneath the ball in that second one, and Eggleston could get her feet there and crush it.
Got to win by 2. Eggleston serving. Blossom outside. Oh, block you.
That's her. A great setup again by this block, the #1 blocking team in the league. Getting it done at the end of this set. This is crucial for Austin. We normally see kind of at the end of the sets some point runs on the side of Austin, but right now they've been back and forth, back and forth.
Are you ready? We're going in this direction towards section 11 and 10. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Here we go, team. Move. Austin.
Go, 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 go.
Go one.
Yes.
Last rally, she said.
That's right. Say the woo. Ready? Yeah.
Fans having a great time. Okay, it is set point Austin to tie up this match. Remember, there's $20,000 to the winning team.
And Eggleston with her tough serve last time around.
Winters handles the pass perfectly. A misconnect really to Thader. Gives the opportunity for Eggleston from the backcourt. Austin finishes it. We are locked up at 1 apiece.
26-24. This is the match we've all been waiting for. We're tied.
Eggleston stepping up when the team needed her the most. 2 kills down the line, back to back. Kill in the middle, in the seam, in the hard angle cross court, and then finishing the play out of the back row. But this has been the match that we expected it to be. Teams are all locked out, 1-1. Let's see what happens in set 3.
We're in the semifinal match right now, and then tonight, 8:30 Eastern on ESPN2, Houston versus Atlanta. Hope you'll join us for that. There is so much on the line in that matchup. Speaking of it, $100,000 to the winning team. Salima, $100,000 for one match.
I want to be out there. I want to play for it. And what you're seeing from these players now in this tournament, I mean, they all know each other, but they are battling. They are aggressive. They are competitive right now. Like, it's been so good.
Tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, you'll see it. Now, a reminder that the winner of that match will get $100,000, like we were saying, but the second place team, whoever doesn't win in the championship match, will earn $40,000 for the team. And in this one, winner gets $20,000, loser gets a handshake. So, I mean, there's money on the line, and they are hyper aware of it. Who doesn't like a little Valentine's Day weekend cash?
I know, I do.
Blossom. Outside yet again. And we're seeing Susie Fritz make other moves. Number 33 in green, Maddie Kubik-Banks in. First time we have seen her today. She had a nice day yesterday coming in. There she is.
Cubic Banks is in there for passing, ball control, but she can also score, giving Winters a spell right now.
Wow. Big dig by Blossom. Bigger block by McCage. I like McCage's little sass after she blocks. She puts her hands up like, are you not entertained?
She is the best.
Well, I am entertained.
And again, watching her finish those hands into the court is incredible.
Back. Wick on it. Vicky Savard. Susie Fritz really showing how much depth Omaha has, both these teams. She's using Maddie Cubic Banks, Vicky Savard, you know, both setters, just moving people around.
Well, and it's nice to have that. Even when they've been a little banged up, they've had that depth, and sometimes it was a concern when Stivrins was out, what are you gonna do? But she's been masterful with her lineup and how she's adjusting those pieces.
Back again, Savard blocked. And it is the entertainer, Molly McCage.
Hawken McCage making that move. We'll watch McCage move. Look how quickly she gets there, finishing that play.
Yeah, when you talk about finishing, it's those
back
hands.
into the court. We'll keep watching that. That's what makes an elite level blocker, how they finish their moves.
Line laser for Omaha, and we will again see the 6-2. And Drevniak and Dykema coming in.
You got Lloyd in the front row. McCage is going to be running behind on a slide attack, her bread and butter.
There it is. So quick. Nobody's really been able to stop her. There's no errors for Molly McCage, and most of this has been through the slide.
It is automatic right now. Again, it's not just the speed. She hits over top of the block, and it's hard to know where she is defensively because she can move it around.
She's been set 8 times. She has 7 kills. And blocks are adding up.
McCage is putting on a clinic right now, getting right in front of Stivrins, finishing that block over the net.
That's 5 blocks for Molly McCage.
That's how you neutralize it. That fast set to the outside. You cannot give her time to get there. I love that speed when the ball's even a little bit off the net or pushed back.
Here's Cubic Banks. Quick again, why not? You keep going to her. She loves it, time and time again. And that was important for Omaha figuring it out.
It was huge, but Cubic Banks making that incredible dig to keep everything alive. They're gonna have to continue to figure out how to slow this down. That's the play that made it all happen. Cubic Banks in the back row, making a difference.
(7-5). Molly McCage out of the front row, and you think, whew, take a break. Oh no, Jacko Vagu, middle blocker in the Olympics now up front. Fawcett, handled. How does Jordan Larson make it look like it's not that much effort?
I don't know. That's what the best players in the world do. Again, we talked about her vision, understanding who's on the other side of the net, right? She's got Jacko Vagu right there. Got to jam that ball in the middle of the court.
Eggleston. We're going to wait on the call for a second. I see the officials. They're going to call their own review to see whether that's in or out.
I thought that was in, but, you know, sometimes you can't really see it. And Eggleston's been doing a really nice job moving this ball down the line. They might have to make some adjustments. We've seen maybe 3 or 4 kills from Eggleston down the line.
And this is one of the things that I really like is the official being able to call their own to say, I just want to make sure. Ball in. Point Austin.
Again, will they make a blocking adjustment or will they make a defensive shift adjustment on Eggleston on those high sets?
Let's find out. You talk about the finish. How about that finish? Thader, Eggleston lines her up and Thader finishes.
Thader saw it coming the whole way. She knew she was going hard into the angle. Look at her drop her shoulders and that left hand. You talk about the inside hand of a blocker. That's textbook right there.
Eggleston lets it fly. Fawcett, you know, Larson did not go up to block there. She was like, nope, you're not going to get my hands. Fawcett says it was in, and Marco Bonita is challenging.
Well, we'll take a look. It's hard to see from our vantage point. She tipped that ball deep down the line on purpose, and we'll see if it caught the line. Oh, it did.
What? A strand of hair. That's just good karma.
She didn't know.
The mother.
She hoped. But it was a good shot. It was a great shot, Jay. That's right. Shaking her head right now. That's right.
Here's Larson. Eggleston, it bounces off the net. Drevniak from backcourt. Notice she hits the setter. Keep her busy. Give and go. It's still good. Don't you celebrate. It's still up. Governor calling for it. Thader behind. Oh, block you. Combining with Hawk.
How about these defensive plays on both sides of the court, keeping the ball alive? I'm really impressed with how Austin has stepped it up. We've seen that so much from Omaha. They keep it alive, they frustrate people, but this effort right there from Austin is what's keeping them in this set right now.
Third block for Obagu. Blocked by Dykema. The communication on the floor is so loud and intense.
That was exactly what I was thinking. You just hear everybody calling plays, this, that. A nice finish by Lloyd, knowing in transition, that's the hardest part, when the ball's going back and forth, back and forth. Perfect time for a setter to fling one over.
Omaha calls a timeout. May I suggest a super point? I'd really love to have a super point somewhere.
Me too. And Molly McCage has stepped up in a way that has helped Austin so much. And it's not just from the offensive side, it has been the defensive side as well. Will the block of Austin continue as we finish on this set?
League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. Fader, little touch, little over the net. Mixing it a little bit more, Cubic Banks from the backcourt. Wow! Fader did the work to get out there and close that block with Larson.
It is so much work as a middle blocker. We keep highlighting these athletes. They are going so hard, pin to pin, but it was Larson that set up that block. In control, but man, you gotta respect Fader, never giving up on a play.
Jordan Larson. A break for Austin.
Austin up by 3.
You go from one multi-time Olympic medalist to another. Here's Chiako Bagu behind the service line. Well, the Olympians evened out their errors there.
When it's, you know, these are the things that you look at, the unforced errors, serving the ball into the net, hitting out, those kind of mistakes are going to make the difference in this match. I mean, this is a battle back and forth. I've said that a couple of different times because it's been a pretty even battle in a lot of categories.
Hawk, big time swing.
Hawk just flies out there. I mean, she gets off the ground and hovers, waiting to see what area of the court is open. And again, had one blocker in Dykema and took advantage of it.
Wongarante's on the floor. They squeeze it over. Still fine. Cubic Banks. Drevniak goes wide. Need to pause for a moment to get some moisture off the floor.
Drevniak knew what area of the court she wanted to hit. She was avoiding McCage's block and just ran out of real estate. Yeah, it is indeed. Ran out of room on that side of the court.
Last serve by Fawcett was to Cubic Banks, and again. Over and in. That still counts as a kill.
It sure does. Drevniak still working. You see that sleeve on her leg. We know she's been out, you know, working on some things physically, and makes that play, just stretches out for it. Gets it over the net.
There she is again. Molly McCage.
But that one maybe off of Stiveren's head a little bit. But McCage.
Yeah, it is off the forehead. Yeah. Stiverens is like, I'm good. Sorry, not sorry. Big dig by Jarvis. Wongarante's just slows it all down. The ball was down. A little bit of a delayed call. Point Omaha.
So what happens during the rally, the coach can call a challenge and stop the play.
Okay. So Marco Bonita said, hold on, that ball was down, and it actually is a challenge instead.
What do we think, fans?
We're not taking a look at that yet. It was the challenge on the pancake.
Here it is. Let's see.
It's Omaha's point.
No, that ball down.
The ball is down.
There's kind of the first misconnection we've seen. And you know what's funny about it, Salima? It's because McCage is going so fast.
Oh,
she was like, why the slow set? Even
right, what are we doing? Yeah, the first misconnection between the two of them.
Eggleston dropping it where they're not.
And Austin needed that. They had a few points in a row. A miscue with Fawcett that had to set the ball over. Omaha transition, missed that pancake, then had another error. Have to slow down those runs. Can't have 3 or 4 points in a row.
Larson off the block. This will be Drevniak's. Same thing. Big block in front. Chiako Bagu avoiding it, Lijuan.
Well, and that's what you're going to see on the box score. Unforced errors, right? A ball that's hit out, not blocked, and that's why. They're trying to work around the block, and they don't have enough room to go.
Yeah, if you're just learning the game, that's the important thing about the block. It's not just the ball coming off the hands. It's what kind of space do you take up, and how do you affect the hitter's plans?
Timeout call. Love Omaha.
Omaha going to take their second and final timeout. You get 2 in a set.
I'm running.
All right, man, we took some of the photos you submitted.
Not loud. Oh, low, I think, low. Yeah.
Let go.
Hey, I think, right, I actually like it when we're trying to take some risk, okay? We're trying to find that line between risk, right, and being averse to it, okay? So I like it. Let's go take some risk, right? If we're going to go down swinging, okay? Let's go. Or we're not going down at all. Maybe better.
It does.
That's the conversation I had with Susie Fritz yesterday. We were talking actually about the super point. And she goes, I like it. You know, doing things the same way they've always been done is easy. I like to do things that are hard.
So, I mean, and in these moments, when the players are going hard, they're taking big swings, that's the communication you want. Hey, I trust you. I like what you're doing. You don't want them to be tentative out there, slowing things down, easing back on it.
Right back at her, Eggleston. Drevniak's like, hey, I think there's line. No, there's not.
No, there's not.
Line.
There's no line.
I think I see line. No, I don't.
Well, and that's tough. And a high set, you've got Abagu and then Eggleston. You're trying to move it around and make a decision.
This feels like a good time for a super point to me.
It feels
You're down
like
by
it for
5.
me too. I agree.
Should I go over there and tell Susie?
Come on, Susie. I'll try to wave at her. I'll text her.
Oh, God.
It's probably a good thing.
It feels like an even better time for a super point right now.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, that probably wasn't the best time anyway. Want a good server, a consistent server, you know, at the line.
Quick. Larson gets it now. She gets a chance to put it away. That's the magic of the governor, Jordan Larson.
A little step close, sees the court, and throws it down.
Oh, I'm sorry, Selima.
No, go ahead.
As a setter, I'm curious about what we're seeing in the connections between Dykema and her hitters. Everything looks a little bit off, either behind or to the middle.
Yeah, I think right now just low. Everything's just a little, and because they're trying to stress the block, I think sometimes speed sacrifices height.
Blossom in, finds Larson. Jarvis, just like a regular dig, but for her, it's incredible how she flies. Oh, the finish into the net by Savard. She knew it, we saw it.
It was a smart play. She was going for the tool. That was a tight set. So she was just trying to throw it off the block, and she just continued her momentum into the net.
I think they should paint the net red so that when you touch the net, you see it.
Ooh, look at that.
I mean, if we're trying a super point, we got all kinds of different things to try. There's Thader. Can Omaha chip away? This is, again, a reminder that you cannot ask for a super point past 22.
It's going to come from the service line. If they can get Austin off the net enough, that's going to be the difference. So that's a good pass.
Outside, comes deep. Savard. Well, Hawk pulled holds her hands down, and so Savard says, no hands, how about your head?
She just tips it right under her face and goes out of bounds. It was the right move. She knew she was gonna get tooled off the block.
I was thinking it would have been a good time for Marco Bonita last time around to call for a super point. Right? Now you can't. It's off the table. 22-17. We are locked up at one set apiece. A little bit of a stack right for Omaha. Leaves Cubic Banks heading out. More behind than on top.
Omaha down by 5, and it's a stretch, but they can work their way back into it with good passes, running their offense, getting some one-on-ones. Again, got to stress the block. Can't let McCage close.
Eggleston. Larson. Another big dig. Into the block. I think she wanted that to go out, and instead it was a great finish, as you've been talking about.
Well, she doesn't get used and tooled much. She gets up there and gets her hands over the net and finishes those plays better than anyone.
Set point Austin to go up 2-1 in this third place match. Vader.
I like those fade routes. I call that a fade. Sometimes it's right in front of the setter, and then it moves zones, and she comes just around and drifts away from the setter to open up that space.
Austin, set point number 2. McCage going behind. Fawcett's behind as well. Savard. Hawk ends up sending that one outside the antenna. A couple of consecutive points for Omaha, but it's a long way to go.
That was just a little misconnection of rhythm on the side of Austin. Lloyd and Hawk trying to find it.
Set point number 3, Austin. Oh! With an exclamation point by none other than Molly McQuaid. Molly McCage. Another big point. Austin goes up 2-1.
But I like how they move the zones around. That one was right behind the setter's head, and a beautiful set and execution on the side of Austin. Staying tough and not giving out runs towards the end of that set.
Molly McCage, absolutely fantastic in that third set, adding to her total with 3 kills in that set. It's a must-win set for Omaha coming up if they want to take home the $20,000. Chiako Obago, we told you to look at her at the beginning of this match. Selena, what do you think?
Well, it's what we expected, moving from pin to pin and just controlling the net. And now she's forcing attackers to hit out of bounds. Like, that's the result when you have one of the best blockers in the world on the other side of the net. You're gonna force, they're gonna force you to hit out.
And that was part of our Adidas scouting report, looking at Oblock-You, as we called her, which I love when you do that. Revisiting offense versus ball control.
Well,
it's there.
Austin has really stepped up. They had 11 kills in the first set and then a 17 in the second set. So every time they are stepping it up with their kills and ball control of Omaha, just keeping the ball off the floor. That's what they do well. That's how they stay in system.
And that was our Adidas scouting report.
Thader all over it. And Thader has been dropping in. Watch Obago come in, and Thader takes away that angle even stronger.
Beautiful set back to Fawcett. Wong Arantes. Everybody knew it was going to cubic banks. That's what was available for. Austin leading the blocking advantage 16-9.
Yeah, I mean, they are absolutely controlling the net. We knew this. You know that coming in. Again, that's part of the scout. How do you manage your offense? That's the speed of Omaha, trying to stress the block. They have to continue to do that, and even more effectively.
And how do you manage your defense with Molly McCage in the front court? Picked up. Blossom looks at her options. Blossom to Winter, super quick. McCage. Savard attacking those hands. We've talked about it all day.
Well, and Omaha doing a really nice job of covering. Again, the block is there for Austin, but they're keeping the ball alive. And those high swings, you gotta stay deep on defense, especially when the block is set. That's the only way of chasing that down.
Ball set, here goes a Blossom to Winters. All these balls to that right side are keeping Molly McCage out of the equation. Kill by, no, actually our official's gonna look at it and see if Hawk was in or out. But talk to me about that, because we're seeing so many balls over to the right side. The pass isn't good, and that negates Molly McCage's slide.
It really does, and that forces them to set to the outside. They have no choice. She has been so effective on the slide, and they're doing a nice job of that.
It's in by a lot. Relatively, I mean, we saw that hairline thing by Julianne Fawcett. That's the standard now. Winters, beautiful pass. Bigger block. Hawk, blocking's about ruining somebody's day, and that she just did.
And that drop move into the angle, when you're one-on-one, you've got to take some chances, take away the biggest part of the court, and that's what Hawk did.
Front court setter and Carly Lloyd sets up Molly McCage for the slide. Eggleston from the backcourt, dug by Blossom. It's gonna come up to Winters. She avoids the block. As soon as the first opportunity she got to set McCage, she went for it. Ball out. Jarvis was right on the line to watch it all.
Well, that was a rip down the line. A little frustration. Savard knows she wanted that kill. She had it available. Took a risk, like Susie Fritz asked for.
That pass may have been a risk, though. It was kind of looked like that ball was going out, but.
Well, when you're all jammed up over them, that's why they serve it up there, right? Because it could have been. It usually causes a lot of chaos.
A reminder, this is a must-win set for Omaha. Winner of this match is the third place match in the Love Classic. Gets $20,000 for the win. Anytime you can set in the cage, they do, but Omaha's done a good job of making sure they can't.
Well, that's getting the ball away from her, keeping them off the net, but that perfect pass, and watch her continue to run different zones behind the setter. They'll try to move the block in and out.
McCage continuing her impact. We didn't see a lot of McCage earlier this weekend, either on Friday or Saturday. Logan Eggleston, I don't know if she was trying to recycle and it was just a waterfall.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think she was trying to just chop it over top and the block just hung in there. Sometimes that timing isn't ideal to allow that shot to happen.
As Blossom Savard go out, that brings in Laura Dykema and Kimberly Drevniak. Drevniak from Germany, Dykema from the Netherlands, and Eggleston from the United States.
Forget it. Put a hole in the floor. I like that Stivrins is making a call right now. She's telling Dykema the offensive call, but it's hard to do when the ball is that far off the net.
Why was that attack successful by Winters?
Well, Winters kept the ball in front of her and saw the block in front of her, so she was able to move it around. When it's high, you have time, you have space.
Eggleston going for that line again. It was a bit of a burpee for Jaylee Winters, right? Because she kind of went down for the first ball, didn't touch it, back up.
Maybe that's why we always did burpees to train. Maybe not.
Maybe that's why I never do burpees. Carly Lloyd here. Wow, that's what she was talking about with her setter, Laura Dykema.
Perfect pass. Dykema goes up, reaches it, and just feels Stivrins right there. Need to get her going offensively.
And maybe the call was, I just want it tight to you. I will come to you.
Right.
Because
just set me. Here I am. I'm here. Trust it.
Lloyd goes quick to the pin and a ripper from Logan Eggleston.
Well, that was pretty fast. When Austin's controlling the ball at the net, look how quick they're flinging it out there. We've seen so many really, really high sets from them, but not allowing the block to close now is Austin.
Perfect pass. My word. That is the most perfect pass, setting that up.
Well, and it's the downbeat set of Dykema. So normally when a setter jump sets, it holds the block, she jumps up, comes down, gets all the blockers to bite, 1-0. Everyone jumps. Beautiful set. Oh, man, go watch that all day.
From which side of the net? Right? From the sidelines.
Exactly.
Austin doesn't want to see it ever again.
Yeah.
Quick to Thader. Coming right up behind McCage is Eggleston.
And Eggleston continues to be a force for Austin. She is consistently attacking the ball, front row, back row. Now has 15 kills. I wasn't sure if I was reading that right. That's
yeah, I was like
so long.
checking the math because I was like, whoa, 15 kills. Blocked and in. And we will step away as Austin builds a lead, in part 4 kills by Logan Eggleston in this set. Omaha needs an answer, and they need it quickly. Salima, you coached Molly McCage, a national championship at Texas. What do you think of her tonight?
Well, I mean, how do you get so much better over time and with age? It's incredible to see these athletes just get better and better. And Molly McCage is faster and more physical than she has ever been. And she is taking over right now in this match against Omaha.
Back to Fawcett. Dug out, Cubic Banks making that happen. A needed point for Omaha. Down by 4. Jarvis to Hawk, no fingers and not in. A couple of good points for Omaha out of the media timeout. You also coached Julianne Fawcett at Texas. She has been impactful all weekend for them. Serve dropping at Winters. Dig by Fawcett. Out.
Block is in the right spot. Just have to be able to handle that hit. We talked about Fawcett. So proud. Mother of 3. You know, has been playing professional volleyball and stepped away for some time, came back, got herself back in shape, and has been a force for Austin.
McCage with sauce. That was Carly Lloyd getting part of that block. McCage this time, 3rd time a charm. Jaylee Winters going for high hands, gets the fingertips of Carly Lloyd.
Well, that's tough. When Omaha keeps controlling the ball back and forth, McCage has to reset back to the middle and then make another move, and Winters took advantage of that, block not being as high as it normally is in transition.
Ball is long, and they did get the touch. The original, like, it was a little bit slow, and I was seeing the same thing you were. I was like,
I think so.
on the ball.
I see it. Hawk has done such a nice job moving the ball around at the net, hitting those flat hands.
Looking at that, I mean, Omaha needs to be really careful right here, right? They are now down by 4. It's a must-win set if they want to contend for the $20,000 cash prize to the winner of this match. Austin leading 2-1. That's the way to get it started by Savard.
And they have to take care of the little things, the easy serve, not missing the serve into the net. Those little plays add up when you're trying so hard, working so hard to get this offense going, right? Generating more kills, that's what they need to do. But when you let go of one, leave 1 or 2 points on the floor, it makes the gap even wider.
Quickly to Eggleston.
She chopped that one down the line. Again, we talked a little bit on the other side how some of the sets get lower when it's fast. That one she couldn't quite get on top of. The speed was good. A little bit higher would allow her to hit that ball clean down the line.
As a setter, Salima, how challenging is it to find the right height at the right tempo in the right situation for each athlete?
It's really hard. I mean, that's the biggest thing that you have to learn, what each of your players need. It's a different flight. It's a different tempo. That's why what you're seeing here is just incredible by these setters, giving the perfect ball to these hitters.
Plenty of heat from Omaha, and they are indeed chipping away at the lead. Down by just 3 now. Stivrins, Cubic Banks, and Drevniak up front.
Couple of unforced errors again. A missed serve last time. Back-to-back missed serves.
Ball down, and Omaha another one. I mean, if you were to do that super point here, because you have to do it before 22, you could have a big gain if you're Omaha.
Big game, but a big risk. Again, this is the same spot. Stivrins, how's she gonna do at the net, or from the service line?
Well, oh, wow. Eggleston has honed that line shot this weekend even more so.
It's been so good because she sees the block and then she cups the right side of the ball. Cups it, doesn't have to bounce it, but that's what allows it to go past the block.
Drevniak. Let's talk about Molly McCage.
Well, Molly McCage has continued to do so many things well, but Nobagu at the net right now for Austin.
Free ball, Omaha. Ball down. Keep it within 3.
Little fire out there. Omaha trying to get something going. Jordan Larson not on the floor. So they've been doing this right now with their leader, their captain, on the sidelines.
Keeping in mind that Jordan Larson coached for the University of Nebraska this last NCAA season, we have been watching her doing some coaching with players as well. So big role for her from the sideline too. Thader quiets Obagu for a second. Within 2 now is Omaha.
Omaha really finding some momentum right now. See if the pressure starts to affect Austin. I mean, this could be a huge run right now by Omaha. They have the ability to come back.
Blossom does not go the long way, which is what I thought she was going to do, and Arago didn't bite on it either.
Well, you had the off blocker inside, so she wasn't available to attack. The block just hung out, waited for this right side set, and got the block.
Love Austin with 19 blocks to Omaha's 11 in these 4 sets. Hammered through is Julianne Fawcett.
The block ended up going a little bit too far to the antenna and created a little bit of a seam for Thader. Fawcett was able to see it and hit that right between the block.
Last chance for a super point for Austin. Savard.
It's just, you know, they're out there swinging as hard as they can. How much firepower can they play this game at a level where they're getting kills? Omaha, that's been their thing, transition kills.
Jarvis. Zoe Jarvis. She doesn't just touch it, she pops it up.
Oh, that's the key, keeping that ball up off the floor and settable.
Let's take a look at Jarvis again. Just right place, right time. Hit with a feather, still picked up. What's her name again? Molly McCage, brought back. Gonna make you say her name again. And it's brought back again.
How about Gabby Blossom's defense? 2 digs in a row.
Carly Lloyd says, oh, forget about it. I'll just take care of it myself.
Well, you know when you run it over and over again, but that is the ball control. Here's Blossom laying out, sticking an arm out, keeping it alive. But when you set McCage over and over again, you've got to wait for it. And that's where Lord takes advantage of it. Beautiful play.
All right, now we have volleyball players in the stands, if I'm not
Going to take it
mistaken. Who here is the setter? Makes the North Pier setter.
Could you get a good shift here with maybe shift Jaylee up and out? Okay. Right, let's get her out. Maybe let you get you on it a little bit here. Okay, well, shift and serve receive. We're going to get Jaylee out, right? Just one good high swing. Let's go.
I love it. Austin's been targeting Winters and serve receive. So you heard in the timeout, let's shift to get her out of the passing. That means look for Justine Long-Orantes to completely move over to the left side of the court. Winters will bail completely. So Long-Orantes is going to try to take this ball away from her.
And they're not showing it until Fawcett puts the ball in the air. It didn't work. And Justine Long-Orantes holding it. It is match point for $20,000. Not so fast, my friend. This has been a really exciting run. It's the Love Classic, first time they're playing it, 3rd place match. Match point number 2. Winning team takes home $20,000. Ball is out. And Austin wins the cash prize. What a match.
An incredible showing by Austin. Patient with what they're doing. They limited the runs. A lot of times that was what's been the tricky part for Austin, but they were resilient and they were patient and they withstood the defense and didn't get frustrated about the defense and ball control of Omaha.
Austin dropping the first set just by 2, and then 3 consecutive 11 kills, no errors for Molly McCage. And 6 blocks.
Molly McCage came through as the player of the match. 6 blocks. Unbelievable performance by Molly McCage, just taking over and leading her team to the victory over Omaha.
I am with player of the match from Team Austin, Molly McCage. Molly, you've stayed patient all weekend long, just waiting for your chance. You delivered here for your team. 11 kills, 6 blocks. What was working for you and Carly?
The trust is there. We've been really working hard in practice, and it shows, obviously, and Carly's just flinging it back at any moment. So that trust is there, and it was fun to execute tonight.
I've known you since your days at Austin Juniors, and you played with that same fire tonight. You have all these young athletes, these young women looking up to you guys and coming over here. What has it been like to be next to the Triple Crown and the Love Classic together?
Gosh, it's so special. I very much remember being on that stage, and this stage is just as important. You now have a path to play professionally, which is so cool. It also, I remember playing with these guys across the net at that age. So just keep playing, keep enjoying this game, and it'll be so special for you.
Super proud of you and happy for you. Great job.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, back to you guys.
The sweet Molly McCage. And so Austin takes the 3rd place and the cash prize. Up in 1 hour from now, the championship match, $100,000 to the winner of that match, $40,000 to the team that comes up a little bit short. For Salima Rockwell, Chris McGee, and our entire crew, I'm Anne-Marie Anderson. Join us on ESPN2 for the championship match where Atlanta and Houston will battle it out at 8:30 Eastern. $100,000 on the line. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on ESPN2 in an hour.